A magnate returns home unexpectedly and is stunned by the scene before him. Benjamin Carter, at 45, stood as one of America's most formidable and affluent men. He had forged a vast technology empire, commanding towering skyscrapers in New York and spearheading ventures across continents. Known as the aloof billionaire, he shunned extravagant galas, dodged media attention, and immersed himself in spreadsheets and data. His success rendered him untouchable, yet profoundly isolated. Beneath the veneer of triumph, his life was hollow. 3 years prior, his wife, Olivia, succumbed to a sudden illness, leaving a void in their sprawling Upper East Side mansion. The grand home now resonated only with Benjamin's solitary footsteps and, occasionally, the cheerful voice of his 5-year-old son, Noah. Noah was Benjamin's sole source of light. Yet fate had dealt a harsh blow. The boy was born with frail legs, relying on crutches to navigate his world. Benjamin cherished his son but struggled to express it. The pain of losing Olivia and the relentless demands of his global enterprise pushed him to drown himself in work, leaving Noah's side. Each day, he departed before sunrise and returned long after 9 p.m., when Noah was already asleep. For Benjamin, work was an escape from grief he couldn't confront. Within the opulent mansion, Noah was raised by nurses, tutors, and a small cadre of staff. Among them was Isabella Lopez, a reserved 28-year-old hired to manage household tasks and occasionally care for Noah. With her long hair neatly tied and warm, compassionate eyes, Isabella blended into the grandeur of the estate. Yet she was the only one who truly heard Noah's every word. Benjamin barely noticed her, viewing her as just another employee. But one crisp autumn evening, when a board meeting concluded earlier than anticipated, Benjamin returned home unannounced. That choice would mark the most pivotal moment of his life. As he pushed open the estate's grand doors, Benjamin stopped dead, struck by the sight before him. In the living room, Isabella knelt on the floor, scrubbing with a cloth. But what halted his breath wasn't her cleaning. It was Noah, his 5-year-old son, teetering on his small purple crutches, clutching a rag to help her. "T.I. Isabella, I can wipe this spot," the blond boy said, his voice quivering with effort. "All right, Noah, you've done plenty today. Go rest on the couch and let T.I.A. Isabella finish," she replied softly. "But I want to help." "T.I.A. says we're a team," Noah persisted, struggling to balance, his blue eyes alight with resolve. Benjamin stood motionless, his chest tightening with emotions he couldn't name. He couldn't recall the last time he'd seen Noah beam with such pure joy. "Fine, my little helper, but just a bit more," Isabella relented. Then Noah spotted his father at the door, his face glowing with surprise and a hint of worry. "Dad, you're home early," he exclaimed, nearly toppling as he turned too fast. Isabella sprang up, dropping her cloth and wiping her hands nervously on her apron. "Good evening, Mr. Carter. I didn't expect you so soon." "I was just finishing the cleaning." Benjamin's mind reeled. He glanced at Noah, then at Isabella, who looked as if she wished to disappear. "Noah, what are you doing?" he asked. "I'm helping T.I.A. Isabella, Dad," Noah said proudly. "Today I stood on my own for almost 5 minutes." Benjamin turned to Isabella, stunned. "5 minutes?" he echoed. Noah chimed in eagerly. "T.I.A. Isabella makes me practice every day. She says if I keep trying, I'll run like other kids someday." The room grew still. Benjamin felt a mix of awe and unease. practice?" he asked. Isabella lifted her gaze, her brown eyes nervous. "Sir, I was just playing with him. I didn't mean to overstep." Noah quickly stepped in, hobbling to stand between them. "Dad, TIA Isabella is the best. She stays with me when my legs hurt and says I'm strong like a warrior." Benjamin's throat tightened. When had he last spent more than a fleeting moment talking to his son? "Noah, go to your room. I need to speak with Isabella," he said, swallowing hard. "But Dad, Noah, go." Isabella gave the boy a reassuring nod, and with clattering crutches, he ascended the stairs. Before vanishing, he called out, "TIA Isabella is the best person ever." Alone with Isabella, Benjamin approached slowly, noticing her calloused hands from scrubbing and the damp patches on her knees. "How long have you been working with Noah like this?" "About 6 months, sir," she replied. "But I always do it during my lunch break or after my duties. I never neglect my work." "You're not paid extra for this." "Yes, sir." "I never expected anything. I just love being with Noah." Benjamin was at a loss for words. "Why do you say he's special?" he asked quietly. Isabella's face softened. "Because he never quits, even when it's painful. Because he has a huge heart and cares for others. Noah is truly remarkable." Her words struck Benjamin deeply. He had never seen his son through such a lens. Trying to steady his voice, he asked, "Where did you learn these exercises?" Isabella hesitated, then confessed, "My younger brother Miguel was born with weak legs. I spent my childhood taking him to therapy, learning ways to help him walk. When I saw Noah so sad, I couldn't just do nothing. Forgive me, sir, but he's so lonely, and you're always so busy." Benjamin stood speechless. Isabella's voice softened. "If you want, I'll stop immediately. I only wanted him to smile more. A child should laugh every day." Benjamin froze, realizing he couldn't recall Noah's last genuine smile. "Isabella, may I ask something personal?" "Of course, sir. Why work as a housekeeper?" "You clearly know therapy and are great with children. Why not health care?" Isabella gave a sad smile. "I have no degree, sir. Everything I know comes from caring for Miguel. It's not enough for a real job, but I work to support my family, my mother, and Miguel. He's 16, studies mornings, works afternoons. My mother cleans offices at night. We barely get by." Benjamin felt a mix of guilt and admiration. Before him stood a young woman burdened by family responsibilities, yet she still poured care into his son. "Have you never considered studying to become a therapist?" Isabella's smile turned bittersweet. "For what, sir? Where would I find the money or time? I leave home at 6 a.m, take 2 buses here, work until 6 p.m. Then take 2 buses back by 8. I help Miguel with homework, cook dinner, and sleep near midnight. Weekends, I clean other homes for extra cash. When would I study?" Benjamin listened, struck by how little he knew of her life beyond her hours in his home. "Isabella, I want to see the exercises you do with Noah." She hesitated. "But he's already in pajamas. We usually practice mornings before his online classes. I arrive at 7:30, make breakfast, and while the house sleeps, we train in the garden. Then he showers, eats, and starts class." Benjamin was stunned. He left home by 7 a.m. and returned after 9 p.m., oblivious to his son's routine, even on weekends, buried in work. "Does Noah like these exercises?" "He loves them. Isabella said. They were hard at first, but now he asks for them. Yesterday he stood nearly 3 minutes without crutches. Benjamin's eyes widened. The therapist had predicted that such progress would take months longer. Isabella blushed. Maybe Noah has extra motivation. He wants to impress me and you. Benjamin's throat tightened. He hadn't known his son cared so much about his approval. Then the soft clink of crutches echoed. Noah appeared, whispering, "Dad, you're still here?" "You should be asleep," Benjamin said, his tone softer. "I couldn't sleep. You won't send TIA Isabella away, will you?" "Why would you think that?" "Because you looked so serious when you sent me upstairs. Mom always fired maids when they did something she didn't like." Benjamin glanced at Isabella, who looked down. Kneeling to Noah's level, he asked, "Do you like Isabella?" "I love her. She's my best friend." "Why?" Noah paused, then said, "She plays with me, listens, never hurries me. She believes I'll walk like other kids someday." Benjamin's heart ached. "And me? Am I your friend?" Noah whispered, "You're my dad, not my friend." Dads are important, but friends are always there. The words cut deeply. Turning to Isabella, he saw her eyes redden. "Noah, I want to be your friend. Will you let me?" Noah's face lit up. "Really, Dad? But friends play together, listen to stories, and watch me practice with TIA Isabella. Then tomorrow I'll watch in the garden," Benjamin promised, emotions flooding him. Noah hugged him, exclaiming, "Now I have 2 best friends." Benjamin held him close, whispering, "Bedtime, champ. Tomorrow's special." After Noah left, Benjamin turned to Isabella. "Thank you." "For what, sir?" "For caring for my son when I didn't know how." Isabella smiled shyly. "He's special. Anyone would love him." "But not everyone would help him progress," Benjamin said. A storm of thoughts swirled in his mind. He had 3 meetings the next morning, including a critical investor call at 8 a.m., but suddenly they felt insignificant. "I'll be here tomorrow," he said firmly. That night, in Noah's room, Benjamin watched his sleeping son, crutches neatly by the bed. How many moments had he missed? He canceled his meetings, rescheduled the call, and chose family first. The next morning, Benjamin woke at 6:30, dressed casually, a rarity for a weekday, and entered the kitchen. Isabella, preparing breakfast, startled. "Good morning, Mr. Carter. You're up early. Is Noah awake?" "Not yet, sir. He rises around 7:30. We start exercises at 8 after breakfast." Benjamin glanced at his watch. 7:15. "Can I help?" Isabella blinked. "You want to help with breakfast?" "Yes. What does Noah like on Mondays?" "Hot cakes, sir. He says they give him energy to start the week." Benjamin chuckled. "I never knew that." Isabella smiled. "He always says so. It motivates him for training." Watching Isabella pour pancake batter, Benjamin saw she wasn't just cooking, she was crafting joy for Noah. "Isabella, why do you care so much about him?" She paused. "When I was young, my brother Miguel was shunned for his weak legs. I saw his sadness when he couldn't keep up. I became his friend, inventing games he could play, cheering every step. It worked. Miguel is in high school now, still limited but strong." Benjamin nodded, seeing pride in her eyes. "And you want that for Noah? I want him to be happy, to believe he can do anything. With a loving family, he'll go far." Benjamin felt both moved and ashamed. Noah had every material comfort but lacked parental care. Just then, Noah entered, hair messy, crutches in hand. "Dad, you didn't go to work." "Morning, champ. I stayed to watch you train." Noah's eyes sparkled. "Really? You'll see how strong I am." Over breakfast, Benjamin watched Noah and Isabella laugh like old friends planning their session. Noah bragged, "Dad, I climbed 3 stairs without crutches." "That's amazing," Benjamin said, glancing at Isabella, who clearly knew her craft. At 8 a.m., they moved to the garden. Isabella laid out a mat. "Noah, let's stretch." The boy moved with precision, astonishing Benjamin. "Now, balance," Isabella said, setting aside Noah's crutches. "Stand for 30 seconds. If you do, tomorrow we'll try 45. Noah grinned. "I want a whole minute." "Slow down. 30's great." Noah let go, trembling but determined. 15 seconds, Isabella counted encouragingly. "See, Dad?" Noah called. "I see." "You're incredible." At 30 seconds, Noah wobbled, but Isabella caught him. "I did it," he shouted. Benjamin swept him up, eyes misty. "I'm so proud, Noah." In the following days, Benjamin transformed. He stayed for breakfast, watched garden practices, and marveled at Noah's progress, longer stands, steadier steps, and a radiant smile. One afternoon, while Noah drew upstairs, Benjamin invited Isabella to the library. "Isabella," he began softly, "I owe you more than thanks. You've given Noah hope and me too." She shook her head. "I just followed my heart, Mr. Carter. That's why I have a proposal. Become Noah's therapeutic companion, not a maid. Focus solely on him. Others will handle housework." Isabella froze. "But I have no degree." "I'll sponsor your education, full therapy training, tuition, books, everything. You'll stay with Noah with a higher salary and support for your family." Tears filled Isabella's eyes. "Why, Mr. Carter?" "For Noah. He needs you, and you deserve to pursue your gift." Isabella's voice broke. "I won't let you down." Benjamin nodded, sensing a brighter future. Noah's progress soon buzzed through elite circles. At a charity gala, Benjamin brought Noah and Isabella. A guest sneered, "Odd that Carter lets a maid influence his son." Noah squeezed Isabella's hand. "Don't be sad. You're the best." Benjamin's voice cut through. "This woman did what money and doctors couldn't. She gave my son belief in himself." "If you can't see that, we're done talking." The room hushed. Weeks later, Richard Bennett, a businessman, called. "I hear your maid is exceptional with special needs children. I want her for my grandson, double pay, full benefits." Benjamin replied, "Isabella's not for sale. She's family." But Richard approached Isabella directly. She told Benjamin, "They offered to support my mother and brother. It could change their lives, but I can't leave Noah." Benjamin met her gaze. "What happens to Noah if you go?" Tears fell. "He'd be heartbroken. I can't bear it." "Then you won't leave. I'll match their offer and ensure your family's care. You're not just an employee, you're family." The mansion's atmosphere shifted. Benjamin joined morning practices, boosting Noah's strength. One morning, Isabella said, "Noah, try walking a few steps without crutches." Noah looked to his father. "Dad, can I do it?" "I know you can," Benjamin said, kneeling. Noah took 3 trembling steps, then fell into his father's arms, laughing. "I walked." Benjamin held him, tears falling. "I'm so proud." Isabella, tearful, said, "You triumphed, my warrior." The mansion glowed with new life. Noah grew vibrant, eager to show his progress. Benjamin changed too, seeing Isabella differently. One evening, he joined her in the garden. "Isabella, you've brought back Noah's laughter and mine. You've given me life again." Her heart raced. "It's because of you, Mr. Carter. Noah needs you." "No, you brought the light," he said. Silence fell, a bond forming beyond duty. Weeks later, Benjamin spoke in the living room's soft glow. "Isabella, you've changed everything. I closed my heart after Olivia, but you brought me back. I have feelings for you." Isabella froze, torn. "Mr. Carter, you're a billionaire. I'm ordinary. Society won't accept it. I don't care about society. You're the heart of this family." Tears fell as Isabella's walls crumbled. "I'm scared." "We'll face it together," he said. Her glistening eyes answered for her. Their bond deepened, unswayed by society's whispers. Noah, thrilled, called them his dream team. One spring evening, in the garden where Noah first walked, Benjamin held Isabella's hand. "I thought I'd live alone forever. You and Noah showed me that family is everything. Will you marry me?" Tears streaming, Isabella nodded. The wedding, simple yet warm, was held in that garden. Noah, the best man, led Isabella down the path. "Miss Isabella, I give you to Dad," he grinned. Benjamin vowed, "I'll love and cherish you, the woman who gave us hope." Isabella replied, "I'll stand by you and Noah, building a home on love." Noah shouted, "We're the dream team." Laughter and tears filled the air. Under the stars, the Carter family began anew a tale not of wealth or status, but of love, trust, and miracles born from the heart.